a lot of times it may come off as crass. The question is it the government and does understand time, or be it's not, that's just like show off. That's why we have this convoys. Let's get to hear from you this one. 017-93-0002 017-923-0003. WhatsApp, Telegram available on 0809306416. Good morning, Jude. I've seen this for years. Where exactly people need vehicles to go to one function? Just one. How many people do you need as a commission follow to certain things? If that we all want to come, like we're back in university. That's criminality. Is it also unto you?
This is a very hard time. The issue of certain people in charge of it have already abused the process. They have abused the system. And also the authorities.
So let me ask if you were let me ask you, if you were going to wedding, would you want to be in wedding as 10 cars in convoy or wedding? Do you want cars or 20 cars?
There's no convoy.
There's no convoy.
There's no. Our parents and I'm not sure if they saying to have any like that.
Okay.
They are passing many atrocities in our country. Many pains from people.
Okay. Alright, so so many things. These convoys. But it just calls me Jude the dude. I'm coming either way. Now our conversation started this morning. It's what exactly is on them? Do you like them? Are they self or can be separate from us? Yeah, but anyway, the case maybe I can mention a job. They can look classy and look. Attention funeral ceremony indeed to the coronation ceremony that in the past year or so. You realize some of the VIPs came in a convoy. Particularly important was the king and then the late queen. They were escorted for king convoys. But the voice or the practice of convoy, is stating if they're on now the way people do things here. Well, let's find out from you now.
The views and opinions shared on this program do not represent Nigeria Info FM, Nigeria Extra.
How do you think that's particular? Seattle Color deputies here. Interesting message. This one is here. We do say for 4 boys, the flower girls convoy to work. Sometimes Kolalova is like my Port Harcourt. Hey, Jerry from Israel, you're going to be.
I'm just call to the event. You didn't remember anything that come in the coronation begin. That may be the home of so many persons who they call your event like 100 vehicles, 9 not like just like when I come to your wedding, I call my two I'm supposed to. They will decide to move as a group. Just gives people something to talk about. When some around all walking, lane pipe, and all those stuff, always that this is what you get to. This is what you pay. This is what pays for that my car. I said something different that you remember. Because I think I used to say to what you food that you remember. But when you are resurrecting, when you kill it, remembering how sweet it is, that would just. So for me, I think that conversion is very good. Addition to very much.
It's great for color, for the occasion. Yes, so if you're on it, it can look very classy, look very.
Yes.
But we're not done playing. It can look very classy. So, I don't know if you've even put a long game. Someone just sent me a message to that.
27 years.
Now
the person saying, "Joe, those convoys for funerals, people are lagging lives all over the ground. They may look, but it's dangerous, and it's because they see the officials doing the same thing." Do you agree, JJ?
No, I don't agree. Those wars, the carry market and all those whatever, I don't know. They are disgusting as I'm concerned. But it's very cool. Job, they just had the number of cars and just them work that people don't have.
Oh, yes. Interesting to think about that event. What's like people see on Facebook and also not Facebook down, but then Facebook this morning. Not every event is going to have vehicles owned by one person. I do know that people rent out their cars for these events. Like he said, sometimes people feel you're getting my car, particularly our class through for you. Make that look great. Not a bad idea. Absolutely fantastic. Make it cough. What's the deal? Yes, it can be a sign that you have arrived. At the same imbalance is around it. Maybe a way for you to press their neck, put pressure on the show them who exactly is on. So 0179230208159230007. When you call in, please just make use of the call screener who's going to ask you where you come from and your name. Give those details. Then welcome to join here in the studio and we get to hear your thoughts of the matter. Now WhatsApp 0890616 Good morning, Jude. I think the issue of Convoy is not as serious as a lot of people take it. The problem is we try to make everything extreme. I agree with you. We have people who have mismanaged funds and then make their show of wealth having more convoys when they're going for fortunes. You do not need 10, 20 cars for a government to go from one location to another. But here, something to sell it about, not because you're going from one point to the other as now. If you go for a wedding or a funeral, yes, you can't need that for some class. It says you some good, but look how it's been done here. The buses, the tax nuts, but they're all convoy. They put banner in front for whomever it is be buried at that point on that day. And the machetes, the convoy comes off as because they profit. There are people. Sometimes, not sometimes. If we talk about the funeral thing here, procession. Some of them are in their lives. You see, if you live in Port Harcourt, you've seen them before. Young men hanging on the doors of vehicles. Some people sitting on top of the car. Some on the bonnet. The driver is weaving through, making trap turns, the car legs dancing. And these people, there's no tech whatsoever, but he has the fun. Where did I get from? So am I, if I'm honest. These people who go fishes have no genuine source of them. Many of them have either dipped hands into something that they are not meant to do, and so they need protection. So they have to carry many people on them. Seriously, I come going like sure. I come in the this country next few. I will get a lot of people from alone. Good morning to you.
Good morning, Mr. Jude.
Good morning.
See this call of calling government president. The massive is that to my more comfort. If you govern your people very well, it will help you to think of use convoy. Your people say we try to approach you, but when you are not very well, you expect that you are able to somewhere where are you to? You have of that decision. Are you not going to you? Because your government is not okay with you. That's why they are any people. But one day that position they don't move forward again. So in terms of area, there is local law, and they are not implementing it. They can implement the law. Something will do there. You take out some severe top of two that didn't take anyhow not normal play. It's not done. Our government they are the one causing this problem that you are coming through. There is law, nobody implementing it. So that's what
Thank you very much. Facebook at Nigeria Info at Nigeria Info PHA funders on Facebook and also on Twitter. Messages let's do them this morning. Good morning, Jude. I think it's the Nigerian belief system. Your VIP convoy has always been for society. The ones murmuring around because of the sound noises and the actions of the drivers. True. In time past there were accidents that occurred and sometimes even fatalities. So this resulted in fatalities because the way some of the drivers on these convoys, were operating on the road. A lot of them, careless. Like I said, It is just the government officials. Well, probably okay, maybe 40 years, probably not be very well. You don't get to see a lot of them. But now translated the way people even carry their day-to-day social weddings, funerals. Somebody say when they come to take convoy, it's cool. Yeah. We need to make a nuisance of it. Mufasa, it was from NT. Mufasa, I need a convoy right now.
No, not really. For me, I don't really find a way, go about, our, trying to press people over nothing. As I'm concerned, often than not, of this so-called public economic kind. Move around with 10 vehicles, go in a convoy. Let me go from driver, vehicle. So why do, make life unbearable for the road? Because what do you understand? What do you have for people? For people to play. Now, they're going to not even enough to accommodate these vehicles somewhere. That's the essence. Just, British Prime Minister will just 3 cars. I tell that they don't have to use that country that, or don't need, they don't need to help somebody. If you are very married as a pilot, then it is the essence. When you are driving in a vehicle that you can just simply enter the vehicle of your friend to ease the stress on the road and the nuisance that will constitute on the road with the number of vehicles, on our roads that are not even much, roads that are not good. Then you get to the location, no parking space. So what are we doing? So for me, there's no need for that. If you can go in 3 or 4 vehicles that can accommodate the number of people that are going there, good and fine. What are we living life to impress people for? That's my position on the matter.
Mufasa, hello, good morning, please.
Okay.
Yes, Mufasa. Now, once some people share your sentiments, particularly from the political office holders, we see in Nigeria that some of those things have been copied, right? Yes, sometimes to make the event look colorful, a wedding ceremony, for example, or a dedication or something, people come, in a fleet of cars or a party. I've seen people come, in all white cars, 10 boys, 10 men. They need to show you that, man, they are in the clique. There's nothing wrong with showing off, is there?
My brother, anybody that wants to show up is free to do so. But what is the essence? You want to show up? Is it at the venue on the road? You want to impress people on the road? If you are going on a convoy, you are going for a marriage or a burial ceremony. Will I know where you are going to on that road? You can go to that ceremony and still impact whatever you want to impact, positively. If you want to give the celebrant money, good and fine. But my concern is when you are going on that convoy, you get to the venue, you don't have a parking space. What is the essence? What is the essence, my brother? Well, everybody will tell they want to live their life. But as far as I'm concerned, for public office holder, they should minimize the number of vehicles they have on their convoy because it's our money that they use to maintain those vehicles. Those vehicles are
all right, very true.
Very unfortunate.
Thank you very much. That's Mufasa from NTA Road. Now, I have a contribution here. This one says sometimes it's for security reasons. Take, for instance, the convoys of construction workers carrying expatriates here in. That's a very common scenario, right? A very, very common scenario. All right, you often see the site of operations, and you tend to see maybe 3 or 4 with us in there. Sometimes the expats are in there, and then you have the vehicles. What do you call them? The pilot vehicles, the security details ahead and also behind for security concerns. So they have to move in a convoy. And in fact, moving in a convoy primarily offers security because the likelihood of everyone being attacked at the same time is reduced. Obviously, the strength in numbers, evasion and things like that also come into play. Those of you who've watched a lot of drama series, talking about counterterrorism and stuff like that, you probably understand that it is for security reasons. There's no doubt about that. All right, moving on. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. All right, use the call screener, drop your name and your location, and then you'll be patched through to us here in the studio. The WhatsApp and Telegram number available on 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. Now, interesting message here. This is on my personal space, and this is from EP. EP saying, Jude, good morning. That talk about security is 50-50. It's always going to be a difficulty in trying to pick one person. If security of California or all the other American states moving in convoys of 20 or 30 vehicles when there's no war going on. Let's be honest, these convoys have just been a show of wealth and misappropriation of funds. It's not really far from the truth. What's the issue of security? If people were very secure in their business, they may not need 10, 15 cars to move around. I saw a video of, was that 3 years ago, just before the lockdown and the outbreak of COVID-19. I remember seeing a video of some of the wealthiest and most influential men and women on this planet, and one of those IMF meetings or something. The lady had two vehicles in the convoy. Yes, they were luxury barges, and you could tell, those of you who have well-trained eyes, you could tell that these were armored vehicles, but there were just two of them. They had that security detail. They didn't have, 15 policemen around her. Just two. So, yeah, maybe he has a point here. It goes to show you, it might just be a reflection of how insecure the place is for you to need 15, 20 vehicles in a convoy. Now, showing off or drawing unnecessary attention to oneself makes me uncomfortable, but the idea that you don't need protection if you have nothing to hide is false. You can be the nicest, kindest, most magnanimous human being in Nigeria, and that's even why some people will plan evil for you and your family or loved ones. I am a civilian, but I have reasons to have security detail assigned to me. I tell my husband I'm okay with them being there so long as I don't see them. If they're so obvious and I can see them, it means that they can see them, and that's drawing unnecessary attention to me. Okay. Even good men have been brought down because they were good. So that's a very good point. It has to be said. All right. That's a good point. You can be good. You can be great. Heck, what was last century? Was that in the 80s or 90s? I can't remember now, but I'm sure some of you listening will probably remember this. Pope John Paul was shot at. There was an assassination attempt at the Pope, of all people. I don't know if you remember that. Okay, if you don't, please just go online, right, and look it up. Pope John Paul II, right? He was shot at. There was an assassination attempt on his life. This was, what year was it? Was that early 90s? I was pretty small then, but I remember watching it on television. I also reading in the news. Oh, what's that magazine called? Time magazine. Aha, there it is. My dad used to always buy those magazines, and there was a long editorial about it. It was a big deal back then that somebody tried to kill the Pope. I think the bullets even got to the Pope. The Pope was hospitalized. Then eventually, I think the Pope met with the person who tried to take his life, who shot at him. Spoke to him or something. They had a conversation. Yeah. So, that message from Anonymous is very true. You could be good, you could be great, but someone will still want you down. So maybe for security reasons, going in a convoy, particularly if you're famous or if you're popular, VIPs, right? I think that's, yeah. So, it does happen. Okay, let's wrap up our conversation. We have just about 3 minutes. 0817-923-0002. 0817-923-0003. Right? WhatsApp and Telegram available on 0809-030-6416. 0809-030-6416. All right? Let's get to hear from you at Nigeria Info PH also. That's where you find us on Facebook and on Twitter. Standard George on Facebook says, good morning. The high rate of insecurity in the country is one of the reasons that the government in Nigeria have failed drastically to fight insecurity. So they are afraid of bandits and terrorists. We have heard of stories where governors and some northern states were attacked. Oh yeah, that was true. I think even what's his name? One of the G5 governors. Oh, his name escapes my mind right now. The Benue State governor, right? I think autumn was also attacked one period, right? Yeah, and some of them just want to squander money as well. So yeah, we've heard of stories of governors, being attacked. So yes, you need a lot of security detail. Yeah, but once again, if they didn't need to, if people were more secure in their day-to-day activities, you will need all of that. Good morning, Jude. Let me remind you of a picture of some governors some years ago who were seen in the UK boarding a train. They did not carry their essays or their aids. They did not carry the people who carry their bags, who carry the bags, and the people who carry their bags. It was just them on the train, and they were taking pictures and smiling. If they didn't need all of those people on that trip, do they really need them here? We need to tell ourselves the truth. A lot of the things that we call governors here is either showboating or just carelessness. There are so many roles that have been duplicated and triplicated, all because somebody needs to collect money from somebody. The convoy system is not just about cars, Jude. It's about the way people govern. It's not just about cars. I didn't think about that. It's not just about cars. It's about the way people govern. Aids, so many aids all over the place. So they all have to move with you. A job that maybe 3 or 4 people could do. Interesting. Okay, Jude, sister, I think it was 1982. Okay, you're making a reference to the assassination attempt, right? Yeah, I'm not quite sure. I'm not quite sure. Yeah, but before I leave, right, I will check. All right, I'll check. Now, before I forget, about 2 days ago, was that 2 days ago or sometime last week? Okay, yeah. Whilst we're having a conversation, I made mention of the Scandinavian countries. And then somebody sent a message to ask, please, what are the Scandinavian countries? And he keeps hearing them, he doesn't know what they are. Now, the Scandinavian countries are a group of Nordic countries in Europe, right? Comprising of Denmark, Norway, Iceland, Finland as well, right? They are called Nords because they share similar traits, history, and stuff like that. So that's what I call the Scandinavia countries. It's like a region where they all stay. So I hope that helps. I forgot to make mention of it on Friday, so please, my apologies. But there you have it, the Scandinavian countries. My name is Jude. Hello Potako returns after this break. Yes, welcome back, 19.3 Nigeria Info. Now, let me quickly wrap up now this particular conversation with comments coming from social media, WhatsApp, and indeed Facebook. Our next conversation is going to be something very, very real for you here in Port Harcourt. Talking about the task force on illegal parks and street trading. Yes, they are back. And we're getting to hear some comments from the coordinator, but that will be from the 10 o'clock mark. So let's get back to WhatsApp now. 0809-030-6416. Jude, good morning. Those that do not count. The era we are currently in does not require showing up syndrome. Instead, dress up and appear decently. Thank God for the e-hailing services. With them, no need to even buy a car. For the leaders, when your conscience is clear, there will be no need for numerous convoy. Dom Wokike. Dom, is that true? We might make mention that even the Pope was attacked, right? What year was that? What year was that? Aha, someone, okay, good. Yes, someone has just sent me a screenshot of that information. Yes. Yeah, it was a big deal that resurrected issues surrounding JFK's assassination. On 13th of May 1981, in St. Peter's Square in the Vatican City, Pope John Paul II was shot and wounded. Yes, see, he was shot and wounded. He was struck twice and he lost a lot of blood. The shooter, Mehmet Ali Agaka, was immediately apprehended and later sentenced to life in prison by the Italian court. But yes, even the Pope was shot at. So now, it led to the development of the Pope Mobile. I don't know if they still use it, but back then there used to be a vehicle called the Pope Mobile. It was bulletproof because of that incident. So maybe convoys are needed. I don't know, but like I said, depends on how it's done. It can look classy, done right. At the same time, it can look crass. Depends on your perspective. Hello, Port Harcourt returns. News comes up next, right here, 92.3 Nigeria Info. much maligned, much misunderstood, and yet very often important and very often criticized River State Task Force against illegal street trading and parks. Yes. A lot of people know it as Weekend's Task Force. It's somebody here that I always laugh. But anywho, yes, the task force started a few years ago, and to a rapturous, I have to say this, if I remember those decisions very well, 2 months of operation was the Rumokoro Road. You know what I'm saying? You cannot believe that this Rumokoro Road can be this free, this wide, and this clean. And then I decided to go there, because let me